Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, double honors unto the apostles and elders of great millstone who rule well, and shalom to the hopeful elect. Okay, this video is based upon this article from Time magazine. Okay, London's Big Ben is about to shut down for years. And the time they're saying they're doing renovations that are gonna last 4 years. Okay, and speaking as a man, I don't believe Esau's got no 4 years. Okay, in his rulership. Okay, I believe this is the end, man. This is it. Okay, Esau's time is up. This is it, man. So and the reason why I'm saying that is because when you go to Revelation 17 and 12, it tells you that the beast. Lucy, let me just grab it quickly so I don't, you know. Revelations. Okay, this is Revelation 17 and 12. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings which have not received the kingdom as yet. Okay, the 10 horns being 10 kings is the EU. Okay, which was originally set up in 1958 under a different name. Okay, but they that's the 10 kings. Okay, and they have no kingdom as of yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. Okay, now when you go to Second Peter's 3 and 8, it tells you that one day with the down here, one day in the heavens is 1,000 years down here. So when you divide 1,000 years by 24, basically turning that into 24 hours out of the day, down here would be just over 40 years. Okay, 41.6, you round up to about 42 years. So that's going 1958, 1960, 2000. Really, according to, if you want to base it upon that, the year 2000, Esau should have gone down. Okay, but it weren't the time. But the Lord is basically, the calendars are jacked up and everything. But at the same time, Esau has basically gone on further than the time that he was basically set up to reign for. Okay, showing you that the time is short. And remember, the Lord said He's shortened the days for the elect's sake. Yeah, in Matthew 24. Okay, so these days are getting shorter and quicker. It's getting to the end of Esau's time, which he knows, pursuant to Revelations 12 and 12. Okay, so the time is set. All right, tells you that Ecclesiastes 3 and 1. To everything there is a time and season. Lord is just seasoning this up, man. He's getting the World War III is about to go down, the mark of the beast, and the Lord's return. All the key prophecies are lining up, and they're about to go down, man. All right, but the bounds are set, like it tells you in Job. Okay, He set the bounds that you can't pass them. And then we are pursuant to Second Ezra 9, we're meant to measure the time diligently. Okay, which if you're the way you measure the time, you measure it with the scriptures, man, as it tells you in Revelations 11 about a reed like unto a rod. That's talking about the scriptures, which is a measuring tool against the times that we live in. You check out the prophecies inside of the Bible, and then you line them up with the present things going on in the news. Okay, and then that's how you know whether it's time for this place to go down. And we being the prophets, the watchmen, okay, on the watchtower, we're blowing that trumpet. Okay, fittingly, today is a memorial blowing the trumpet, so we're blowing that trumpet to you, man. Okay, so now back to the article. All right, so it says London's Big Ben about to shut down for years. So it reads, London's iconic Big Ben, the bell inside a clock tower by the Houses of Parliament, will fall silent next Monday for the next 4 years due to the conservation work. Okay. Reading on, it says the Elizabeth Tower, which houses the Great Clock. Okay, the Great Clock and Big Ben, also known as Great Bell. Okay. Now the first thing you gotta acknowledge, Big Ben is basically a phallic symbol. What's the other word, man? Phallic symbol. The obelix, all right? So this is already a demonic. They were used back in ancient Babylon, as well as ancient Egypt. Okay, which basically it just represents a man's penis, Nimrod's penis, basically. All right. So it's off. It's idol worship. Okay. But it said it's also known as the Great Bell. Okay. So this Big Ben, which basically is a bell tower. Okay. Basically goes back to Bell, man. Okay. Bell's tower. Okay. So this is a form of demonic worship. It's currently undergoing renovation work. As this work takes place, the regular bongs of Big Ben will be paused at noon GMT, August 21st until 2021. Okay. According to a parliament statement, Big Ben falling silent is a significant milestone in its crucial conservation project. Steve Jaggs, whose official title is Keeper of the Great Clock, said in a statement, this essential program of works will safeguard the clock on a long-term basis as long as protecting and preserving its home, the Elizabeth Tower, he said. Okay? And I have to look up what Elizabeth means, but I believe it means I'll have to look at I believe it's Ala Isa Bayaf. So help of my power's house. But anyway, reading on the point I wanted to point out, it said the Big Ben falling silent is a significant milestone and a crucial. But you don't know how significant that milestone. Okay, so it says Big Ben weighs 13.7 tons and strikes to the notes of E every hour. Okay, the smaller bells chimes every 15 minutes. Okay, 15. No, it chiming every 15 minutes. Significant because when you deal with their numerology, 1 and 5 equals 6. So it chimes 3 times. Okay, so you got 15 minutes past, half past, quarter to, and then on the hour. So six small chimes basically go on throughout the hour. So that's sixes, and then they have the big one going on the hour. But that shows you they're channeling that Big Ben is channeling a demonic spirit. 3 bells that go off, 3 set bells that go off every 15 minutes, channeling that number of the beast. Okay, those bells will also stop ringing. Parliament's clockmakers will ensure that Big Ben will bong during important national events like New Year's. The last time Big Ben fell silent for maintenance was in 2007, but this will be the longest period that have its bongs paused in 157 years. And it's significant as well because '07, that's when the apostles went on YouTube. All right. But the point being, yeah, man, the bell's not going to ring, and the only time it will ring is at that time. But we're in this through the scriptures. Basically, want to show you that, this is the Lord, man, confounding Esau's rulership, man. All right. So it's Jeremiah 50:1. The word of the Lord word of Yahweh spake against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldeans by Jeremiah the prophet. Okay, the modern day Babylon is today America, which is known as Babylon the Great, okay? Because even this Babylon is being spoke of, a key point, it says in verse 4, it says, in those days and in that time, saith the Lord, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together, going and weeping, and shall go and seek the Lord their power. Now, during that time, where were the children of Israel? They went into Assyrian captivity before that, and were taken, and then when they came out of it, they went over, pursuing to Esdras the 13th chapter, I believe, escaping me right now, Satan, man. But basically, they said they wanted to go to a place where man never dwelt, so they could keep the laws, basically. So they were on the other side of the earth. Now in America, you got all the 12 tribes together, man. All right. So it says, declare ye among the nations and publish and set up a standard. Okay, our standard being the Bible. Okay, the word publish goes back to public. That's why we're um, told to go to the chief places of concourse and basically publish this word, okay? Drop the word, okay? And that's what the prophets of old did, all right? Going back to the beginning of time, and that's what we're doing today, starting with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, okay? All right. It says, publish and conceal not. Say, Babylon is taken, Bel is confounded, Merodach is broken in pieces, her idols are confounded, her images are broken in pieces. All right. The main thing is, remember the tower, the Big Ben is called the Great Bell, okay? Or also known as a bell tower, okay? So Bell was confounded, and that's it. It shows you it's been confounded because it ain't working no more, man. It's been put out of maintenance for 4 years, and that's something. And like I said, with the small bells going out throughout the 15 hours, and the fact that it's an obelisk and a phallic symbol, they use that as a beacon of basically wickedness. It's right on the coast of the River Thames, which has the Greenwich Median Time Zone based upon it, has the London Eye, the House of Parliament, Parliament meaning a group of owls, which basically is a symbol of the Illuminati. When you deal with the River Thames, it's a heavily demonic area. And that's where the slave trade going to the Docklands and Banking District, which is also there in East London, okay, which is next to the Meridian Time Zone, which is the center of time on this world presently, is basically that highly demonic vibration is being confounded by the Lord, man. Because Esau's time is up. That's the main point. Verse 3, for out of the north there cometh up a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate, and that nation that cometh up out of the north, it being Russia, okay, Gog and Magog, they're going to come up out of the north and they're going to destroy America. That's why you have this tension going on with North Korea, which is a proxy of China, and China is aligned with America, with Russia. Slovakia is aligned with Russia, and that's all. Also, this prophecy can play out, all right. But the main prophecy tells you that the least of the flock shall draw them out, being the land of Israel, like the state of Israel today, all right. Which shall make her land desolate, and none shall dwell therein. They shall remove, they shall depart, both man and beast, all right. And that's what's gonna happen. These words, okay, were done, were written onto us for us to use in this day, man. And I got this from the brother, the elder brother, Yashawamba, which is Jeremiah 51 and 61. And Jeremiah said on Sariah, when thou comest to Babylon and shalt see and shalt read all these words, then shalt thou say, O Lord, thou hast spoken against this place to cut it off, that none shall remain in it. Okay, now when you go back to ancient Babylon, today that's down there in modern Mesopotamia, Iraq, man. So Iraq. So how on earth there's beasts and men walking all through that shit. So how on earth did this happen back then? It's talking about America, which is slated to be a desert after it's ensued with ICBMs, man, and turned into a lake of fire. All right, so it says, then shalt thou say, O Lord, thou hast spoken against this place to cut it off, that none shall remain in it, neither man nor beast, but that it shall be desolate forever. And it shall be, when thou hast made an end of reading this book, okay, that thou shalt bind a stone to it and cast it in the midst of the Euphrates. And thou shalt say, thus shall Babylon sink, and shall not rise from the evil that I will bring upon her. And they shall be weary. Thus far are the words of Jeremiah. Okay, and how's Babylon going to be sunk today? It's going to be sunk in that lake of fire. And it won't rise because it will be turned into a desert, man. It said the smoke's going to basically go up for many years. 200 million missiles are going to land on the land of America, man, via Russia, and even America's neighboring nations are going to blast away America off the face of the map. Okay? So with that, man, I pray you're edified. Say all praises to Yahweh, Hashem El Shai. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, rule well, and shalom. to the hopeful elect. Shalom, shalom.